Oof. Just oof. Just ghetto. Just motherfucking ghetto. My hands ashy. Mm, just, just ghetto. Jeez Louise. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say, honey. I don't even know what to say. I'm motherfucking speechless. Oof. Let me get all my apps. I'm late. Leave me alone. I'm late. I know I'm late. Leave me the hell alone. Okay. Welcome to Nosy Bystanders Live. It's like some days you just want to burn your cell phone. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Some days you want to just burn the shit down because listen, I tell you, my cell phone don't fucking stop pumping. It just don't stop. I'm gonna switch and find a new career. Find something else to talk about. Shit. Find something else to talk about. Cause child, this ain't it. Okay, this ain't it. This too. How do y'all be saying it? This too much. This too much for me, honey. I don't. I'm gonna have to switch careers, honey. I'm gonna have to switch careers. We're on a backup page here on TikTok. We're on the regular page here on YouTube. And welcome to the Lee Map. Hello. This too much. Woo child. Change my motherfucking phone number. Smash the like buttons, please. I'm gonna change my phone number. We got a lot. We got a great show today. We have a great show today. Come on, gummy bear. I got the whole pack. Don't worry, I went to 7-Eleven before I got here, so I had enough energy and sugar to get me started. But then I had a very long conversation, which I won't be discussing. But Jesus Christ, it was a long call. Who in the building? It's about 300 of you in the building across all platforms. Get them, run them. What did Umar Johnson be saying? Run them numbers up. Who we got in the building? What's up, Rashida? What's up, Capri Sun? What's up, Mrs. G? Red Elephant. What's up, CC? Gishi Girl. Is it Aria MM? What's up, June? Lord. Yes, June. Lord with a T at the end. We got Rich Homie Trina, J Love. Oh, everybody knew it. Carol Baby. Okay, who we got here over on TikTok? Miss Triflin Mischief. I love that. Exotic Sunflower. Lioness Queen. Hello, Lioness. We got Real Time. And what's up, Latrice? Betty motherfucking Betty. Hello, Kay. Hello, Benita. Who you got here on the Leam app? Let's see who we got over here. Leam app is the app that we use for our co-hosts. So anytime that you want to co-host or jump in, or you just got your 2 cents you want to throw in, download the Leam app. Download the Lean Map. It's good for the soul. I'll go ahead and throw a link of it in here on YouTube because I know y'all like to jump on stage. What's up? 6 words on the curb. We have Dr. Diaz. We have Lee Mariah. Hello. Hello, Bernicia. What's up? Auntie Bernicia. I see you didn't change your name this week. We have Choco Lisa and Raz to Riches. And what's up, Shay? Everybody in the building. Everybody's in the building. I got all faces. All I see is everyone's faces. What's up, Yvette? Okay, let's get to the show today. So let me coordinate myself, honey. I don't even know what to think. Let me coordinate myself because we were talking about a whole bunch of stuff this weekend. I'm on my backup account. Please stay on the backup account and follow me here. It's a backup, so we can just do whatever we want to do. We don't have to impress anyone here on the backup account, okay? Fuck them niggas. What's up, Chief Sosa? Yes, I have these in my hair. And no, I don't plan on taking them out for a very long time. We have a very interesting show today. Very, 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 very interesting. Very interesting show today. So I want to talk about a handful of topics like we always do. We talked about last week, we talked about Ray J and Omarion and that ghetto watermelon, whatever the fuck it is they was doing. We was talking about Andrew Gilliam and his wife by his side, the one who's just going to stick beside him. She just can't help it. She's just going to stick beside him while her husband snorts cocaine off of a prostitute's toe. And then we talk about how these men, it sound like they're having a hard time. It sounds like these men are having a hard time. Y'all hear me? Introverted dessert. What's up? Hello, Dr. D is here too. Sound like these men are having a really hard time this week. And we have another story of how much of a hard time these niggas are having. So shout out to the nosy bystander who sent the story. We talked about it yesterday, but I want to talk about it today for all of y'all who work 9 to 5s who just now caught this show. So if you aren't aware, there was a singles event. I believe it was in Houston. The video went viral on TikTok. It was a singles event in Houston. The women showed up. They looked great. They looked fabulous, all dressed up, done up to the T, honey. Y'all know that story, right? Thank you, Rel. Is it Rel Invest? Thank you, Rel Invest. But no niggas showed up. Wasn't no man there. Wasn't a man in sight. The article's on the Daily Dot. So I'm going to read you just some of the snippets from the article. I highly, 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 highly encourage you to please read the article. It will have you on your feet laughing. It's so funny and pathetic, but we're going to read it to you. Okay. Let me pull it up for you now. In Houston, Geechee girl in Houston. Thank you, Carol baby. In Houston, smash the like buttons. Okay. Just crazy. Thank you, Spicy and Boozy. Let me pull up his article. Yes, I'm late. I should have had it pulled up, but mind your business. And listen to some dead air. The guy found it. So this singles event was hosted in Houston. Okay. It says, and it's on the Daily Dot. I highly encourage you to look up the article. The article is Woman Goes to Singles Mixer. Only women show up. I'm going to just scroll past the point where we get to what the men had to say. Because, honey, I'm about to read them for filth right now. These keys be working. Simone has arrived. If you guys don't know, socialite Simone is the socialite of the Nosy Bystanders. I am not a socialite, so I highly encourage you follow her. Follow Dr. Diaz. She's the only doctor in the building. Okay, follow Dr. Diaz. Follow socialite Simone. She is the socialite. She must announce her motherfucking self every time, and we love it. I've never met a socialite. Love Simone. Love Simone. So let me just skip past the rest of the article. Y'all know how the event go. Women showed up, the niggas didn't. Let's get into what the niggas had to say. Okay? They said, oh, let me just get it out before I lose it. They said, I don't even know if I can get this out. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even know if I can get it out without screaming. One man commented on the video and stated, I would have showed up, but women judge men from head to toe, so I'm glad I didn't go. You didn't even get in the building. You didn't even get in the building. What you mean? You didn't even get in the building. You didn't even get in the building. Come on, man. I'm telling you right now, Kevin Samuels, listen, you're listening? Kevin Samuels has completely eviscerated the dating scene. He didn't mess up relationships. He did not mess up relationships. He didn't mess up engagements. He didn't mess up future arrangements. He didn't mess up men and women coexisting together under one home. He messed up a man walking outside the house like this and just going on a date. He has made all the men who are self-conscious about dating even worse. Now that he's dead, he can't even correct it. He can't even correct it. He cannot even correct it. Now he's dead, and there's no one here to correct it. It's insane. Another man wrote, "Whoa, you think I'm going to show up somewhere where y'all going to criticize me from the time I walk in? From what I drove to what I wore to what I say." That's what he said. That's what a man stated under the comment. The comment section is filthy. He said, let me reread it. "Whoa, you think I'm going to show up to something that y'all are going to criticize me the moment I walk in? How would you know you're going to be criticized? You didn't even get there. You didn't even give yourself a chance to be criticized. You just left. You just chickened out." Does that look like a teenager? Girl, I always do. King Flacco says, "But men being insecure with no one to correct their thought process is only going to get worse." That's correct. We have essentially scared men out of the dating pool. We have scared the men who needed confidence. Do you guys remember back in the early 2000s when VH1 had all of those dating shows? Do you remember that? It was so many. I'm not talking about Flavor of Love and Rock of Love. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about those dating boot camps where you have the dating gurus and they would tell you how to dress and take you on your first date and tell you what to say. And do you remember those shows? Yeah, yes, you remember those shows? Bring those shows back. Because those shows single-handedly helped people get married. It helped people with dating tips. It helped people not be afraid and be shy and just put themselves out there. It made people afraid to fail and then fail often until they met someone. What Kevin Samuels did was he reversed that effect. And instead of people just trying, he made everyone create a laundry list of things that they don't even really want. These high value and low value women and what you bring to the table. Before, we would just be like, I just want to go on a date and maybe buy this guy a drink and see where it goes. He has feared people out of the first date. So Kevin Samuels didn't destroy relationships. Kevin Samuels destroyed first dates. That's what he did. Thank God he's dead. I said it. Y'all were thinking it, but I said it. I know y'all was thinking it. I'm just going to say it. Thank God he's dead. And no, I don't wish his soul to rest in peace. Based off of what he has done to the dating demographic, it affects fertility. That's what it affects. I don't know if you guys know that, but that affects fertility. When a fertility is affected, it affects how you can retire. You cannot retire if there's no one in the workforce to take your job. So yeah, I sure hope he's dead. And I hope every single pitchfork is poking it at every portion of his body for what he did to the dating pool. Dating's already bad enough. You don't need monsters like that poking fucking bears and shit. Fuck that nigga. Listen, go on dates. Stop trying to size people up before you date them. You don't know them. Just try. Stop being scared. And if you're married, good luck. Thank God. Unlike the rest of us out here duking it out. Duking it out. And you got niggas like Kevin Samuels telling you, oh, but check her dress size. Nigga, if you don't get out of here, it might be the only chance I get to meet a woman or a man. You ask me to check her dress size. Man, go fuck you, nigga. That's what they should have been saying to him. And no one thought it was weird until now. It's weird. It's weird. A man wants to buy a woman a cocktail and you're telling him, ask her what she brings to the table. I really just want to buy her a cocktail. I really just want to hear about her children and what she does in her life and her grandparents. And I'm supposed to ask her what she brings to the table. I just want to get to know her. But he has distorted thinking. He has distorted the way people think. And so instead of just going out and being like, hey, would you like to just meet up for a cocktail after work? He's got a laundry list of shit that he didn't even fucking have, living in an apartment. They were taking advice from a single person. You know, back in the day in the 90s, we'd watch all those TV shows and it'd be all the women and they'd have all those like very sassy girlfriends, and the husbands would be like, stop taking advice from that bitch. That's because she's single. Where do you think that comes from? It didn't come out of the clear blue sky. It didn't come out of the clear blue sky. There's a main reason why you're not supposed to take advice from single people. Single people, with all intensive purposes, are great, but they are not the people who should be giving dating advice. I would not give dating advice to married people. I would not take dating advice from single people. I know I'm single, but what would I look like taking advice from a single person? Like, ma'am, you're single, or sir, you don't have a wife. So what are you going to tell me? We're in the same boat. So there's that. Read that story. It's on the Daily Dot. I highly encourage you to read it. If you get a chance to find out where Kevin Samuels is, tap dance on that nigga's grave. I have no love for him, and I'm not going to pretend to. Okay. We're a little late, but we got to add. It's a commercial break. Don't stop me now. Okay. Y'all know we got commercials. I don't want to hear it. 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 Okay. We got a commercial break. What's up, Leah? How you doing? We got a commercial break. Tap dance on that nigga's grave, okay? This ad is brought to you by Super Investors. Super Investors is a financial literacy game that promotes and encourages families to interact with their children about finances through fun and play. What age do you think parents should teach their children about financial literacy? I always say age 5, because children should know if you're shoving crispy $20 bills under their pillow, they should probably know what it means and what it's worth, and not to rip it up. You know, that's what kids do. They just rip up dollar bills. I don't know. They got this affinity for ripping up paper. So don't give your teeny tiny babies paper without letting them know the value of it. Super Investors' goal is to bring awareness to families, specifically within the inner city youth, on how important it is to learn about savings, investing, managing their inheritances, building businesses, and more. If you want to know more about Super Investors, I will direct you to their website at Super Investors, that's plural, superinvestors.com, or you can check out the link in my link tree. Please do. Thank you again to Valencia. Thank you. So check the name. Thank you again to Valencia for this ad. Thank you again. She is a sponsor of the show. We love her. She's a sponsor of the show. We love her. She sponsors the show. She's great. Listen, Black-owned company. I got to give my hand to her. She is keeping us afloat. She's keeping us afloat. And we love her. And Super Investors. So we do commercials here. Be a sponsor on here. If I had a t-shirt with all my sponsors on it, I'd look like a NASCAR driver. Thank you again to Valencia and superinvestors.com. Please check out their website, and let's get back to our show. Okay? Let's get back to the show. Thank you, sponsors. Valencia paid, so y'all don't have to. Valencia paid, so y'all don't have to. Okay, that's why we like sponsors. Keeping us in the black. Valencia pays, so y'all don't have to. We love her. Okay. Shout out to Super Investors. So I wanted to also get into this other story that someone again had brought to me last night. I feel like last night was kind of like a playground for figuring out what we're going to discuss. Last night was a doozy. It was a doozy. I didn't get anything to drink, so you see me. I'm parched. So this story is rather interesting. The story is rather, rather interesting. So, do you guys remember? Do you remember the story of Staff Sergeant Kelly Scott? I believe Jewel Scott is her name, and she had claimed that the Army had um, arrested her illegally, claiming she was AWOL, and essentially arresting her. And people were having a hard time getting in contact with her. Do you remember that story? Remember that story, YouTube? What's up, Indiana? Do you remember that story on TikTok? YouTube, do you remember that story? YouTube is always the last to reply. I told y'all, YouTube is the latest niggas you'll ever meet, honey. Hey, tough enough. Yes. And thank you. YouTube be so late. You're like, YouTube, y'all awake? Yeah, girl, we falling asleep. That's okay though. YouTube is more of a more mature audience, so they don't really reply as much. They watch, they don't reply. Thanks, YouTube. So the story of Staff Sergeant Jewel Kelly. So there was a shocking update on Sergeant Kelly. Apparently, she had started a GoFundMe to hire an attorney. Right? Started a GoFundMe to hire an attorney, had a goal of $15,000, reached her goal of $10,550, which is a pretty big goal for an attorney. So I don't know if you know this, but if you're engaging in any litigation with the United States Army, you need your attorney has to have specific accreditation in order to be able to sue on your behalf, or just go to court on your behalf, or litigate on your behalf. So when I heard $10,000, I was like, that's not a lot of money for a U.S. attorney. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, okay. Turns out she took that money and ran, honey. Turns out she took that money and ran, honey. Ran right to Colombia. He said, girl, bye. I'm not lying to you. That's right. According to two individuals who had spoke with her, who actually made some TikTok videos about it, they actually stated that they spoke to her and she is in Colombia and just having the time of her life, and said she does not want to pursue according to them, she does not want to pursue any litigation charges against the U.S. Army, and that she just wants to move on with her life, end quote. If I'm lying, these knockers are flying. I kid you not. I kid you not. I kid you not. I kid you not. According to them, she had actually gone AWOL. She stopped replying to her unit's group text when they went to check to see if she was okay. She was not responding to the group chat that her unit uses to be able to keep account of all their soldiers. Well, she had 10 days left to finish out her contract with the Army, and she turned around and basically just went flagrant on them and started a GoFundMe and dipped out to Colombia. I wonder if they scared her. Doubtful. Doubtful. It's doubtful. I highly doubt that they scared her. I think that she just didn't want to finish out her last days at her unit and just left. And when they arrested her, it's because she actually went AWOL. You have to reply. You can't just skip out on work. This is all alleged. You can't just skip out on work. You got to work. You got to work. We're talking about the story of Sergeant Jewel Kelly, who skipped out on her last 10 days of work, accused the Army of harassment, started GoFundMe for $15,000, raised $10,000, dipped to Colombia, and told her friends she wasn't interested in litigation. She just wants to move on with her life. Style by Keisha, they all good. They got jelly on the inside. Jewel Scott, that's right, Yvette. That's right. City girls up. City girls are indeed up. That's from DeAndre01 here on YouTube. City girls up. As told by Kayla says, see, I can't stand scammers. If she comes back to the US, sue her. The people who sent her money. You would think. You would think. Let me get some of these hands that are raised. Miss Auntie Brenda. We're not calling you by a different name, Auntie Brenda. Auntie Brenda got her hand up. Let's hear from Auntie Brenda. Hello, Brenda. Hello.
Okay.
Hey.
Check this out.
How you doing?
First, Kevin Samuel. Then I'm gonna tell you about the girl from Fort Hood.
Okay.
Kevin Samuel asked, when you find a man that talk about women so badly, it's because a woman done mistreated him, and he has low self-esteem. So you don't wish him good death.
Who, me?
You feel sorry for?
I don't feel sorry for him. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to sound mean, and I'm really a nice person, but he makes it very difficult.
Every time I get on his thing, I was like, I'm so sorry. Your heart is broken. I'm so sorry. Baby, what do women got to do to help you heal that heart? You know, in the comment, because somebody broke that man's heart.
You think so?
He wasn't enough for her, obviously. Now, the girl from Fort Hood, now you know me. I got a story for you, babe. Fort Hood, my husband, he was stationed at Fort Hood for like 6 years, right? It's shit to go on in Fort Hood that the world never find out about. And you be wondering why people not talking about it, because you don't hear it. Now, 10 days, that girl could have went on. She had to be scared, because she could have went on what they called a leave. It's where she can take leave and still get paid for it. 10 days out, she could have took leave and still got paid for it. There's no damn way that girl should have went AWOL 10 days out when she could have took leave. And you know what I'm saying?
So what do you mean? You're trying to say that she fled out of fear?
I believe it. Because there's no way. My husband took 30 days out. When he was about to get out, he took a 30-day leave and got paid for it. There is no way she should have been AWOL at 10 days out. No way. They get leave. Yeah. They don't even have to show up for work.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But again, we don't know what her record was on using up all her leave. We don't actually know. But based off of the 2 videos that I had watched for the individuals who had been in contact with her before she left for Colombia, they made it seem like she did not give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Like, not like, oh, I'm in fear, I just don't want to say nothing, just keep it on the hush that I'm going to Colombia. Like, she announced it. She announced that shit. Like, nope, I'm going to Colombia. Had a girls trip, and then the girls left and she stayed. Like, she made it known. So I don't know. I'm on the fence.
If she stayed, if the girls left and she stayed, that don't give people thought to wonder why she's staying. Because if her ass come back, I'm telling you. Okay, you remember the soldier that got killed? And you hear me, killed?
Yes.
But you know that country stuff, that killed with a KILLT. You know. But anyway, she got killed in Fort Hood. And Fort Hood tried to cover it up.
Yes.
Because the girl was supposed to her parents came to find her. She had been harassed. She had been harassed by people, this soldier. Come find out the soldier killed her, put her in a gosh. Yeah. It's not a suitcase, but it's a gun case.
It's a gun case, yeah.
Put her in a gun case, took her out and separated her body from her rest of her. Yeah. But that shit right there, that shit happened more than people think it happened. It just don't be reported. Yeah. Especially when the girls are, say, for instance, one girl got raped 5 times while we were there.
Oh, wow.
And she reported it, but nothing happened. She went AWOL because she was afraid that it was going to happen again. Nothing happened to the soldiers. Nothing. I'm telling you, Fort Hood is
It's ghetto.
devil's playground. It's shitty.
Ooh-wee. Well, thank you very much, Miss Brenda. I'm going to throw you back down into the audience and let's get to this next commercial break. But yeah, I didn't realize that Fort Hood was as bad. I think my sister was stationed there. Yeah, I think she was. Almost positive she was. She was stationed at Fort Hood. So I could probably just call her and ask her, like, was it ghetto there? She can probably be like, hell yeah. But my sister, she's very spunky, so she can hold her own. But we do have a commercial break. Let's get to the commercial break. We always got to have a commercial break. Gets all silent. This ad is brought to you by Style Improve Inc. Are you a stylist tired of taking your time to thread these goddamn C-shaped needles? Y'all know what those C-shaped needles are for. They're for sewing. That's right. I know y'all done switched to these lace front, HD front, Swiss cheese fronts. I think girls who can slay a wig are just beyond talented, but the whole laces beyond Swiss cheese front. I know y'all done switched to the HD Himalayan Swiss cheese fronts. Okay. But consider getting a sewing. Just consider it. Let your forehead breathe. Let that forehead breathe. Okay? Let it breathe a little. That bold hold. I be seeing the little dots y'all be putting up there. I'll be peeping y'all out. I want a lace front so bad. I just don't know how to install it. Well, if you're sick of those C-shaped kerfuffle by threading your own needle, your prayers have been answered. Quick Sewing Inc. has actually created pre-threaded C-shaped needles, both large and small. Kenny is the owner of Style Improve, and you can check out a link in my link tree. These are patent pending and trademark pending. So these are all her ideas, and everybody needs to know that these are Black-owned businesses that I rep. No shade to white businesses. If you want to leave an ad, I will definitely tell people it's white-owned. Ding. So shout out to Kenya, and thank you very much from Style Improve for this paid ad. Okay, let's get back to the show. Gotta include the paid ads now, y'all. Or we just not a motherfucking show no more, okay? We just a hot ghetto mess at this point. We're just a hot ghetto mess at this point. We're just a hot ghetto mess. So for the last story I want to talk about, now we discussed this last week, but I still think the conversation's interesting, and this is why I want to dabble in it a little bit. Sorry, I have to sit on my kneecap. I have no idea why, but I have to sit with my knee bent. It's weird, but I have to. So we were talking about Normani last week. Now, Normani did a music video for Chris Brown and was criticized for it on all up and down Twitter and Instagram because of Chris Brown's problematic past, which made us think about all the times Normani has had. It's like almost anytime she does something, she gets criticized for it. So she comes out with that really good song, Wild Side, and she features Cardi B on it. Normani's fans reached out to her on Twitter and stated she could have done the single without Cardi B. And like that, boom, the next day, her entire single gets removed from Apple, iTunes, and YouTube, Pandora, and Spotify. People weren't entirely sure why her catalog was removed from all of the streaming platforms, but it was speculated that Cardi B did it. Cardi B didn't like the backlash that people weren't charismatic about her feature on Wild Side, and people believe that Cardi B called in a few favors We don't know what's going on with Normani, but a tweet came out earlier today that I had read, and someone stated before Normani drops that album, yeah, she should really collaborate with her team first. And I couldn't agree more because what the fuck is going on with Normani? She's talented, beautiful, versatile. She can sing and dance, but she can dance. You understand what I mean? And she can sing. You know, she's in the industry. She has connections to tons and tons and tons and tons of artists and collaborations. What's going on with her career? What is it? I'm not entirely sure. You know what I mean? I'm not entirely sure what's going on with her. But somebody save Normani. Somebody save Normani in her career, honey. I don't think people are too thrilled at how her she's just nosediving. Now, last week somebody had speculated that it's because she's with she had left some girl band. I don't know the name of the girl band that she was with prior, but somebody stated that she left the girl band due to racism. And ever since then, this girl band and their management and their team and whatever has basically single-handedly destroying Normani's career. So I don't know where she came from, you know. I don't know where she came from, but maybe they do have some dealings with her. Fifth Harmony. Oh, who was in Fifth Harmony? Let's look up the cast. Like Steph, it's not a movie. Let's see who was in Fifth Harmony. Okay, who was in Fifth Harmony? Okay, you got Dina Jane, Allie Brooke. Never heard of these people. Lauren Jawargaruli, Normani. Normani. Hi, I'm that girl B. They from Minnesota. Oh, and Camila Cabello. Okay. So you get these 5 people. Normani obviously being the black one, but there seems to be Hispanic. I don't know what Brooke is, or Allie Brooke is, or the other 2. But that seems to be the group that she's from. One of them dated Trump. Which Trump? Hello, Lula Lou. How are you? So yeah, so apparently this group, this is the where the conspiracy theory kicks in. So pull up. So she's in Fifth Harmony. She leaves. They don't want her to leave. And then bam, her career just takes a nosedive. And it's weird because it's like part of the industry wants her to do well, and the other half just doesn't actually give a fuck about her. So here we are. It is the most insane thing ever. You said they were put together on that singing show. Simon Cowell went after that other singing show. Oh, are they English? I'm getting a lot of Great American Bake Off vibes from these girls. Getting Great American Bake Off vibes from them. I don't know what's going on with Fifth Harmony and or Normani, but honey, whoever put out that tweet today, I hope it went viral because she needs to reconvene with her group before she puts out an album. Because bitch, you not ready yet. You are not ready yet to put out an album. You got to get your ducks in a row, or at least you need to start firing people or something, honey. I don't know. You say you actually don't have to sing well to be a music industry. Hello, Anna. And that's by MI says that. Courtney Johnson says the group broke up from my understanding. Correct. Vicky says Nicki Minaj should take her under her wing since she likes her. Nicki Minaj has a lot going on. I don't know if you guys know this, but it was reported by I forget, one of those shitty blogs. Okay, one of the blogs reported that Nicki Minaj's husband goes to court. He's got a court date coming up, and the prosecutor is stating that he does not want her husband, this is allegedly, to serve his probation or parole in his home essentially, because it's quote unquote too nice. Which I don't even know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if a headline just sensationalized that or if I believe it, but I don't know if I believe something that dumb. Rich people don't have attorneys talk to them like that. He stays in court. She picked a real loser. I don't want to call him a loser, but I don't believe their relationship's real. Now, follow me with this conspiracy theory after our next commercial break. I got a conspiracy theory for you on Nicki Minaj and Mr. Petty, whatever his name is. This ad is brought to you by She's Brown Like Me. You guys feel like these ads can't be real. They are very much real companies. I promise you, these are real deal companies who pay their taxes and pay me, honey. These are real companies. This ad is brought to you by She's Brown Like Me. She's Brown Like Me is a series of products brought to you by our good friend here, Shauna, or you may know her as She's Brown Like Me here on TikTok. Shop her website for inspirational posters, lunchboxes, bookmarks, and school supplies for little girls in your life. And it's for them to feel inspired and to have some artwork that looks like them, right? Because she's brown like me. I posted a link to She's Brown Like Me's website, Shauna. So please, I encourage you to check her out. School is going to be coming soon, and you are able to get a bulk of your school supplies for that little girl in your life. If you don't have any little girls in your life, consider it as a gift. Thank you again to Shauna and She's Brown Like Me for this paid ad. So let's get into this conspiracy theory that I have on Nicki Minaj and Mr. Petty, whatever his name is. That shit's not real. She's either cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and doesn't see that her husband is a violent sexual deviant, or Nicki Minaj. Here's my theory, okay? It's gonna sound crazy, but it's a theory, so just play along, okay? And thank you very much, Spicy and Boozy. I appreciate you also sponsoring the show. So, Nicki Minaj grew up in Jamaica, Queens, or whatever part of New York you want to mention. And do you remember? Y'all don't remember this because y'all may not have been paying close attention, but I paid very close attention. You hear me? Very close attention to 6ix9ine's case when he was in federal court. I paid very close attention to it. Very, very, very close attention. Okay. So 6ix9ine, while he was snitching on everyone, essentially, he snitched on two very, very important people that I actually did my own digging into because I was just curious as to why he chose these people to snitch on. So he snitched on Cardi B. I don't know if you know that or not, but Cardi B is a blood, according to 6ix9ine in his testimony. I don't think 6ix9ine would lie on the witness stand. Doesn't seem like something I would do in front of federal prosecutors. Probably not something I would lie about. He stated that when he was with the gang he was with, a lot of the orders that came against him came through a specific gang. And while he was in his gang activity, he found out that Cardi B was also in this gang. She is a blood. I believe that wholeheartedly. And he didn't get orders from these specific people I'm about to mention, but while he was in his gang, he would hear a lot about them. He even met up with them on 2 separate occasions. So it was Jim Jones and it was Cardi B. I don't think 6ix9ine would sit in front of federal prosecutors who froze all of his assets and all of his money and lie about random fucking people he may or may not have met. He never made music with Jim Jones and he never made music with Cardi B. And there will be zero fucking reason for him to just mention these 2 random celebrities. So I believe him. And I read the deposition, so I believe it. So in that instance, there was a lot of buzz going around. I think it was on Lipstick Alley, or I think it was like on Twitter. And people were like, oh, that's funny. He's not going to snitch on Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj is also in the same gang as 6ix9ine. And if you know the history of Nicki Minaj and her current husband, they actually met when she was about 14 or 15 when she lived in Queens. And then they dated for a little bit of time. He got that really heinous charge, went to jail, and then her career kind of blew up. But Nicki Minaj did this one interview, and nowhere on the internet you'll be able to find it, but she does do this one interview stating that it wasn't an interview, it was like a Instagram live she did. And it was her birthday, and it was her, it was Kenneth Petty, and it was like 15 other people. It was her birthday, and Kenneth had got her a really nice gift, and it was like really nice. And she was like, I've been in love with this man since I was a kid. And then she's like, oh, I used to date him when I was little. They had a relationship. Her and Kenneth Petty are roughly around the same age. I think Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty, honey, are both in the same gang. That's what I believe. I believe she has some sort of duty to him through their gang affiliation. And I feel like this is some sort of contract she has to fulfill. That's my opinion. That's my personal opinion. I believe that. I believe she is caught up with this man through some sort of gang affiliation. He's clearly in a gang. Nicki Minaj is clearly in a gang. 6ix9ine is always around Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj will go to bat for 6ix9ine. I think they're in the same gang, you guys. Let's just be fucking realistic. It's not a coincidence, not on accident that he gets out of jail and he gets 2 singles with Nicki Minaj only. Okay. You think that's an accident? It's not an accident. Nicki Minaj had every right to walk away from 6ix9ine and still did not. I'm telling you, her and him, they got some sort of legal, whatever the gangs be doing and how they be trying to keep you together with them for years and years and years to come. I think she's probably very high ranking, if you ask me, very much high ranking. And, this is some sort of debt she's paying back. She just, every time she's with him, she do not look like she like this nigga. She do not look like she like him. She do not look like she like him. She do not look like she like being near him and or around him. She don't like the fact that this nigga's sitting next to her. She don't like his arm around her. She don't like the nigga in her car. She most certainly don't like the nigga in her house. Okay? I'm telling you. Nicki Minaj do not want to be near that nigga. She's just with him, okay? It's just my theory, okay? You ain't got to like it, but it's my theory. It's my theory. Hence the house is too. Who told, right? That's what I'm saying. Who said that? She must have told the prosecution, tell the nigga the house too nice. Tell him the house too nice. He got to go. Yeah, they had a baby. So what? She can fuck the nigga. It don't mean nothing. Tell him the house. She on the phone with the prosecutor. Tell the judge the house too nice. He got to go. She literally don't like that man in her house. Y'all can say whatever you want to say. She do not want him in her house, honey. She not playing that. I'm telling you, she didn't call the judge. Say, get this nigga out of my house. What does he do? Don't y'all all speak at once. What does he do? That's what I thought. Hello, Angel Marcos. Hello, apartment wife. Where you been? You said this is from apartment wife. Says with him enough to have a baby. Clearly, I think you're right, apartment wife. I think you're right. I don't want to what is this? I think you're right, apartment wife. I think you're right. Let's see what they got to say here on the Voices app. I done missed all y'all. I missed all of y'all messages. This is from Bernicia. Cocoon to Cocoa Puffs. This is from Motherhood. Hello, Motherhood. The Wood Girls are magical, period, with the T at the end. I agree. Shay says, my point exactly. If all I had was 10 days, I would have happily come back. Something in the Kool-Aid ain't right. Now, this is in reference to the story we did earlier about Sergeant Scott. Sergeant Jules Scott, it's alleged that she basically took off with the GoFundMe money that was raised for her to be able to hire an attorney so she can effectively litigate against the U.S. Army. But according to her close sources, she actually took that money and fled to Colombia. So that's where that message from Shay comes into reference. Again, this is from Bernicia. She said, girl, for real, come on, 10 days late. Auntie Brenda just don't be playing. She just don't play. She just don't. Auntie Brenda don't play with us. She'd be sick of our shit on here. That's why she'd be coming on here to correct us. And we're okay with that. We love her. We have a commercial break. We have a commercial break. Last commercial break. I won't hold y'all too long. I won't hold you too long. It's a very short show today. And before I read this commercial break, let me tell you why the show is going to be a bit short today. So you guys don't feel as though I'm leaving you hanging high and dry. So I'm actually working on two very important stories. Very important. Okay. They're like no joke, y'all. And so they're big. They're big stories. And I just want to be able to focus on them correctly. And so of course I'm gonna do this show every day. You guys don't worry. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna stop doing the show. But I do get really busy. And there's a lot of details about these stories that I just can't disclose until it is time. Because that's the art of storytelling. Thank you very much, Cece. Thank you very much, Spicy and Boozy. Thank you very much, Yulia. Everything that you guys submit to the show, it really just goes to help to maintain the show. Okay. Hire me that assistant I so desperately need. So let's get to our last ad. And so again, if you would like to reach out to us, we are the Nosy Bystanders. We go live here on TikTok and YouTube and the Leam app. So if you ever want a paid sponsorship, I promise you, I won't do you dirty. I'll write up you a good script. Okay. I'll write you a good script. This ad is brought to you by Tori and her lovely, lovely, lovely aunt, the Lioness Queen. You can actually find her either here on TikTok or here on YouTube or on the Leam app. I don't know where you're going to find her, but follow her. So the Lioness Queen, her niece is Tori, and this is her story. Tori was a teenager living with cystic fibrosis, a genetic disorder and digestive disorder. She also suffers from anxiety and depression. As a child, her mom tried to build in her self-esteem by introducing her to affirmations. Tori's mom explained the affirmations she gave her and what it meant for Tori's life. One day, Tori's mom came home and saw her writing something on her arm. Tori was actually writing, "Goodbye, cystic fibrosis forever. No more disease. No more goodbye." This is the beginning of Tori writing and publishing her own books of affirmations called I Am Victorious. So if you have a chance, please check out the link in my link tree. It will take you directly to Tori's book, I Am Victorious. And thank you again to her aunt, the Lioness Queen, for producing this ad for her. So thank her. Congratulations. You may not need affirmations, but somebody in your life might need them. So I highly encourage you to check out the book. The book is $10, and it's come on, we're funding Black publishing and Black writers. Okay, you're funding both of them. It's a book of affirmations. You know those astro girlies who always give you all those good God awful affirmations here on this app? Maybe buy one from a Black author and not some lunatic on a TikTok kids app. Thank you, Sherry. How are you? What happened to all the N-words? Wasn't a whole lot of niggas to talk about today. Just a few. You guys, this is Nosy Bystanders Live. I'm your host, Stephanie. We're out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be back right now for the late show. I'll be back in a couple of hours. I got some chips and dip I'm trying to get into, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you. I got some chips and dip I'm trying to get into. All right. And to finish off these gummy bears. So we'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And we'll be back here only on TikTok for the late show. So please come back, join us for the late show. We might be talking about some of the stories I'm discussing. So woo child. Y'all, I'm telling you right now, I just need y'all to understand this. there are two court systems: the court of law and the court of public opinion. Okay? There's two: the court of law and the court of public opinion. And based off of the information that I saw and heard today, there's no way this individual is ever going to be able to escape the court of public opinion. Because when I say it's bad, it's bad. It's bad. It might be the thing that actually destroys the Potter's house. I honestly believe that. I've never believed something more in my entire life. I'm not kidding you. I listen, I wish I could. I wish I was kidding you. I'm not kidding you. I'm not. I wouldn't lie on. I put that on my own mama. Damn. Well, see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye, you guys.